Marcus, do you wanna introduce the pod this time?
Damn, I forgot how our intro goes. Could you get me this one time, Mitch?
I don't know. Eduardo did it last time.
Goddamn.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
You just gotta say some shit.
Hi, I'm Eduardo, and you're watching Two Broke Heroes.
Okay. Clap. There's our clapboard. Anyway, okay. Hello everybody, and welcome to episode 2 of Rough Notes, starring Money Mitch, Eduardo, myself, Marcus Plenty, and tonight we have a special guest with us, Ryan Harty. Everybody give it up for Ryan. Woo!
Hey, what's up? Hi.
We're a podcast that likes to give, just our quick thoughts and opinions on music and, eventually, if you dig deeper into our catalog, maybe even just pop culture in general. That's Rough Notes. So today our podcast will be dealing with kind of like how we all met, like what's the origin story behind these three mysterious podcasters and their special guests. So yeah, I mean, I guess I will kick it off to Miss Money Mitch. Like, how did you stumble upon this group of lowly podcasters?
I mean, I feel like that's not how I would refer to us.
How did you stumble upon this group of mysterious podcasters?
Not also how I would refer to myself, but okay. So hey, this is Mitch. I probably met Eduardo first out of everyone in this group. So I guess as some more backstory, all of us were part of some freestyle rap group at the college we went to. I don't know if that's too much personal information to say where we went. Someone else can decide that later. So Eduardo was teaching a class that I took on freestyle rap. Harty was TAing. Marcus was graduated, long gone, too cool for school.
Oh man!
But I think I met you at like an alumni event though before I graduated.
I think. Oh wait, really? Okay.
Yeah, when you battled the Bracket Brothers.
No, I thought we met before
Bracket
that.
Brothers.
When there was a time I came back for like a battle with like me and Christian came back one of these weeks. Like this was before the battle with like brackets, and like we were in Scaife.
I don't remember that.
Okay. Yeah. Does anybody remember that Scaife time? Like that area?
I remember being in Scaife.
I thought that was the one with the brackets. I feel like I said that.
No, the one with the brackets was in the house. It's definitely fucking in the house.
You're right.
It was in somebody's basement.
Reason showed up to the one in Scaife.
Yeah, the one was Scaife. Yeah, Scaife was. I'm pretty sure me and Christian showed up there, and I thought I met Mitch there, and then saw Mitch again, but like more formally met Mitch at the bracket basement brawl. But I mean,
I couldn't believe Reason showed up. That was pretty sick.
I know, the rapper Reason.
Top Dog was in the building
from DDE. That was crazy. But yeah, sorry for interrupting you, Mitch.
Yeah, and then I guess, the pandemic happened. Pandemic. And then we started using the Discord a lot more to cipher and stuff. And I don't know what Marcus was doing. Eduardo and I were like in between. We were having that summer in between when you graduate college and are like starting a job or whatever. I think Marcus was working. And maybe I don't know what Harty was doing. But we would stay up until like 2 a.m. playing games online. And I'm pretty sure Marcus had a job to go to, but maybe he didn't.
Oh no, I definitely did.
Yeah, I came back for like a master's, so I was still at school for like the first year.
Okay.
So I was probably still in school. Not 100% sure though.
Yeah. I guess that's more about how we know each other.
I mean, that's Mitch's perspective, but like, could I get my boy Eduardo's perspective on like how he met the crew or like how he viewed, meeting everybody in the pod?
Of course. So it all started off on one breezy afternoon. I hated school, and it was time to select some classes. I said, you know what? I want to choose like a fun one. And the class was at night, and I'm like, I don't want to do anything at night. Let me go chill. Let me see what it's about. I thought it was gonna be more of like discussing music kind of class. Like you know how people say like, oh,
Mhm.
this is how to do like this is how to I don't know. Like this is art class, and then you go into the intro art class and they just talk about the artists
Mhm.
for like half the class. I thought it was gonna be like that. And it turned out that you made me have to like freestyle in front of people, and I'm like, oh shit, you know what, let's get it done, let's try it out. um and it was fun, felt intensive. A lot of the cobwebs were out of the way. It felt like a very intensive class because you kind of just make it as intensive as you want.
Mhm.
And that's where I met Marcus. He was the OG. And then when it was time for the OGs to graduate, there was no one to run the class anymore. So I asked another friend to help help create the class, and we kind of tagged Hardy along to help us out. Not officially to get any credits or anything, but it was like, hey, just help us out. Keep an eye out for a lot of things just in case.
Yeah, I never
And
took the class. I was just like, there was like a separate club related to it, and I was kind of doing a
Wait,
lot of stuff with that.
I don't think I ever
Mm.
knew that.
But I never took the
Yeah.
class.
See,
I just like TA'd it. Yeah, but I learned from
yeah,
all like the OGs, like Marcus and the other people, how to freestyle.
yeah, it was more of like just Hardy's there, just like a security guard. Just, hey, bro, just like an A&R. Like make sure that everything's looking kind of good.
Chance, you
Mm.
want to sign this deal?
Yeah.
Make it clean, make it fresh and clean, Hardy, and he did. He did. He polished
Yeah.
that shit up.
Did you
Yep,
guys watch
yep.
Lupe Fiasco's like
Yes.
thing? I
I
thought
knew
our
I'd
class was
forgotten to do
better.
something.
I thought our class was better.
Yeah.
Dude, that
I
so,
thought his
so
was kind of lame.
the first two classes that he recorded, I saw it and I'm like, this guy's talking too, like he's like making it seem like too big for the people who are taking the class. Like you just gotta tone it down to something that's a little bit more fun. I feel like he's kind of like talking himself up.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, that's kind of the vibe I got.
But that's beside the point. We started teaching for a bit, and I was helping Mitch out. Mitch took the class when I was teaching, um, and she enjoyed it, and so then she started kind of being like a big part of the class and the club, and so that's how I kind of met both of them. And I threw in Hardy a little bit in there too, in a
Sign to
weird like
Hardy.
OG, but never really involved in like actually creating the class. But he's been there since the beginning. He's like the one in the shadows pulling the strings.
Yeah, I've been around just doing different stuff like with the club, and I helped out with the class a fair amount, but that was never like my main focus.
Yeah, but I want to hear what the OG, the Odin of the group.
So I guess that's a perfect segue because so as an OG of the class, I'll give a bit of history about the club and the class. So like my freshman year, the club, this was a freestyle rap club, by the way, wasn't, I mean, it was technically a recognized club, but it was mainly just one other dude named Jacob, the original founder of the club, having like kickbacks at frat houses with some people who would just come through very, very freaking informal. And then I joined at like the very end of my freshman year, but not much really happens. But like going into sophomore year, we're like, what if we actually try and turn this into a thing? So me, Jacob, and Kevin try and make the club more official. We lobby for more money. We get stands, fairs, like a fair at the school to like have a stand to recruit people and stuff like that. And the problem we realized was that like hella people wanted to freestyle. They wanted to come to the club to freestyle, but they're like, oh, but I'm a beginner. I don't really do this. I want like, I feel like I'd be nervous. I feel like there'd be like hella dope people. I don't know what I'd say. So we're like, okay, what if we had like an hour before the official cipher to help teach people? And that didn't really pan out at all. We didn't really get too many people to come to that. That was very ineffective. So then we decided, oh wait, this is a college where people were like taking classes on literally fucking anything. So we're like, what if we made like an intro to freestyle rap class that was like a feeder for the club, and it helped supplement the club so we could get more people to come to the club. Now, this didn't end up being that effective, but it was a very fun time. And that was how like me, Jacob, and Kevin, the latter of the two are not yet on this podcast, ended up forming the class. And through that class, I ended up teaching, my boy Eduardo here. And then, he passed down the stage knowledge of freestylers with the help of our boy Harty down to Mitch. And then once, everything changed once fucking 2020 hit. This Discord, which I've been trying to get people to go out for like years, people were like, yo, let's use that. And then, this beautiful freaking collage of people decided to like freestyle and play games and shit like that. And this is just kind of just blossomed and evolved over the years. So, I mean, that's my perspective on how I met you guys. End clap.
Oh, yeah. End clap. You don't want to end clap because that means that's where like I end the cut.
Yeah, fine, whatever. I mean,
and just cut out everything Marcus said. Oh my god. We should play a game of Spyfall on the podcast at some point.
Yeah, definitely. That's definitely.
Yeah, I'm way better at social manipulation games online, because in person people just look at my face and they're just like, I don't trust you, even if I tell the truth. But online, when you can't see my face, it's like, I don't know, he could be telling the truth.
You always sound sus when we play, even when it's like me, you sound sus.
Yeah, but I win a lot more.
All right, Harty, do you want to kick us off?
Oh, sure.
I'll
go quick.
Some artist from 2020.
No,
Okay,
let Harty do his
I'll
introduction. I mean,
you can also wait.
I'll do a short introduction. I feel like y'all have already introduced me pretty well, but yeah, basically, I came to the school we all met at, that we're not mentioning for privacy.
We can mention it. I just don't know if people want it.
Clap afterwards.
I'm down. I'm down to mention it.
All right,
like,
moving
I'm cool.
forward. Yeah, so, and I just like, I don't know, I wanted to like try out like rapping and like freestyling and like writing stuff. And I don't know, I just got kind of lucky. There was like a club going on. I feel like Marcus, I don't know, maybe not giving yourself and like, I guess maybe Buckman like enough credit. Y'all were just like carrying that around that time. And that's how I kind of got into that. I wound up, and the club was, I guess, like more serious, just like focused on ciphers, and then later on like doing some like performances and like some events and stuff like that to showcase some of the talent. And so I spent a lot of time doing that. And then I also got involved with the class from time to time, but I had just like a lot of stuff going on while I was there. So I was kind of in and out. Sometimes I was like leading some more of those kind of like events, and like sometimes I was just kind of chilling. So yeah, but I met like Marcus first, and then Eduardo, and then Mitch, sort of like in that order of just like meeting people who were like really involved in that like scene at the school we went to. But yeah, I don't know. It was always really fun.
Small school in Boston.
Boston.
No, yeah.
Small school in Massachusetts.
A very selective school. No.
Yeah, it was always a good time. Yeah, I don't know. I can start with one of my artists if y'all want. Or...
Yeah. Okay, we're not doing top artists. It's just like an artist you really valued in 2022.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. No, I was gonna start with Vince Staples actually. I feel like
let's go.
Like his like. I feel like his like older stuff has always been like hit or miss for me, and like some of it like really hits, and a lot of it just kind of like misses. And I feel like, I don't know. I feel like Ramona Park Broke My Heart is just like really good, and like I didn't really notice it at first, and then the more I listened to it, like the more like I realize I'm probably gonna be listening to these songs for like a long time. Like, I think it's pretty underrated. I thought it was kind of funny when he got mad at the Grammys because it's the Grammys, but like he was kind of right, or maybe it was someone else who got. Maybe it was Denzel. I think it was actually Denzel, but Vince was
It was
probably
definitely me too.
Yeah, yeah, but I don't know. His shit was like really good, and like I feel like because I noticed how much like he evolved on it, I was just like listening to it a lot. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like music about like staying strong and like keeping on like persistent through stuff and like but still like experiencing all of that. I feel like that album is just like super good and like a little underrated still.
No, yeah, he definitely did evolve on that project. Not as much as Jack Harlow evolved into, Dua Lipa's DMs apparently, but like he evolved for sure.
Yeah,
I agree.
I'm gonna keep it on the rails, and I agree. I completely forgot the Vince Staples album came out this year. Because this year was like when I started switching away from Spotify, but that album is so good. It was something that my friend and I talked about when it came out. Like the next day, he sent me a message. He's like, "Dude, you gotta listen to this Vince Staples album. It's so good." And then I sent him a message like, "Bro, I've already been listening to it. It's like my third time. It's like such a good album. I wish I remembered it came out this year so I could have put it on my like playlist when I was like doing the switch, because it's such like I feel like
yeah,
it's his best album like
yeah.
from his whole discography right now.
Same. Yeah.
I don't think I have not listened to this album.
Have
He
you
sounds
have you
really
listened to any
familiar.
bits?
I have, but okay, this is where I'm gonna be like I'm gonna just be like some basic bitch. But he's on the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse soundtrack.
Okay. That's fair. I
So,
forget what song it was. I think it was pretty good
uh,
though. Like the
it's
song I did hear.
Home it's featuring somebody
Yeah.
else. I don't know which one he is. Featuring Richie Cohen.
Yeah, Home is really good. I don't
But
know. I feel like his older shit is like very like a lot of like gang related themes, and also I think on the topic of that, there's like a fair amount of like misogyny in like his older stuff. So it's just like I don't know. It's you take it like with the artist, but like that is like I don't know something that an older shit of his.
Are you telling me the
definitely-
man who said, bitch, you thirsty? Please grab a Sprite. My crib lurking. Don't die tonight.
Dude, that's not.
Was involved
Have
in
you heard like
nefarious
6,500? No, I'm just that's just not even like his most popular song. Like
the PG for the podcast.
I'm just saying, I'm not saying like PG or anything. I'm saying if I was like a woman, I probably wouldn't have liked his older shit.
I mean, it's a fair point. It's a fair point. I mean, hey, my introduction to Vince Staples, I know I've said this many times, is like originally I wasn't really rocking with Vince, even though he is somebody I probably should have rocked more with, given like his production, like his rap ability and everything. But then there's this one like Christian mom who was like really pissed off because she heard like North North on the radio. So then she proceeds to read out while crying and having her baby like next to her because she's like so appalled that the radio could play something like this. She proceeds to read out all of the lyrics, including saying the N-word multiple times.
Yeah.
And she's like, how could this happen? And I'm just like, this is fire. if it sounds fire when she's saying it, this boy has to be spitting. So then I went back and was like, oh no, yeah, he's pretty good.
That's a classic video.
No, yeah, she was great PR. All right,
Marcus.
Mitch. How you feeling, Mitch?
All right, I'm gonna say somebody who I've been listening to for like years, but who is not. He's like just, I guess, starting to get like bigger. But Dermot Kennedy is somebody who you gotta listen to. He's like really old shit. It's like more indie, and then he's gotten more pop over the years. He recently released an album. I've listened to like a couple songs off of it, but I need to definitely do like a deep dive at some point. and listen to all of them, but just like really love his old stuff. The vocals are super powerful. He does a lot of like cool stuff with like the vocals. I feel like that like not a lot of other artists do. I also saw him this past summer in Seattle, which I almost didn't get to see him. So what happened was I saw that he was playing and I was like, I thought he was playing with Shawn Mendes. And so I was like, I have to go see him. And like my stupid brain was like, Shawn Mendes is opening for him. So I was like, oh, he's going to play for a long time. Like, this is going to be great. Which obviously he was opening for Shawn Mendes because Shawn Mendes is a bigger artist.
Yeah.
But so I texted my friend because I thought that she would want to go see Shawn Mendes. So I was like, hey, like, let's go see this concert. I can come visit you because she lives not in the same state as me. And so then we went. And then like 2 days later, Shawn Mendes like postponed a bunch of his tour dates. And then he like fully canceled the tour. So we like just barely saw both of them. But it was a 10 out of 10 great concert. Yeah, I'm assuming no one here has listened to him except me. So there's not going to be a lot of discussion.
Correct, yeah.
Could you play us a quick snippet of a song?
Oh God. Like right now?
Okay, no.
He's actually the adoptive brother of Dom Kennedy.
Maybe I missed this, but how did you discover Mr.
I
Dom
discovered
Kennedy over
him
here?
on YouTube. Like literally like 5 years ago. Like this is back. So like now I just use Spotify for music pretty much. But there was a period of time where I did listen on YouTube and I would like, listen to a song that I'd heard before and then just click in the recommended videos and like listen to new stuff. And so like I had found him that way.
Yeah, that's so crazy. Because every now and then, that's low key how it feels. Like a lot of artists now I either find them because of a feature or I find them just through the algorithm.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
basically, I feel like how I find most of my like new artists. Like it will recommend something to me, and I'll just randomly be like, "Oh, this is kind of fire," or like, "This sounds like a cool cover."
Yeah, I found this guy because he did a feature with.
Really, this guy?
No, I'm just joking.
I was like, "Damn, you out here grilling Mitch."
He made a pro smoking song.
Oh
Just
my
making
God.
shit up.
Yo, you guys been listening to the new?
I don't even know who that is.
Oh, you don't know
No. We're not.
my
Yeah,
artist in 2022.
No.
He's just like a super right wing kind of guy.
He's not right wing. He's above it all.
It's like kind of like racist,
Oh.
you know.
He's an enlightened centrist. He's not right wing.
He's got some great new songs from the past year. One called Sheeple, one called The System, one called White Boys with a Z at the end.
Oh, his new album's out now. It's
New
called
World
"I'm Fighting
Order.
a Helicopter." I'm fighting a helicopter.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Anyways,
Okay,
he's
I have a
really
question.
stupid.
From like some of his albums, it looks like he may make metal music. I'm assuming he does
No.
not though.
He does, naturally. Some of his music is like metal or rock inspired, especially when he's with his girlfriend. I forget her name.
He should pull a Machine Gun Kelly and
He
get out
shouldn't.
of whatever
He
industry
shouldn't.
he's in, dye his hair pink, and go make some metal music.
It wouldn't work because his whole appeal is being in hip hop, but being like, I make music for conservative people. So,
Yeah.
his competitive advantage would be gone.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway,
Eduardo about to start a sentence. Hardy, enough
No,
of that.
Go ahead.
no. I'm trying to get away from this topic. I really hate the guy.
That's what I was too. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, Hardy, what's your Oh, you already did, huh? And I don't want to go to market, so hey. Guess it's my turn.
Go ahead.
All right. This artist was just came out of left field for me. Just to give a little background, my artist of the year in terms of like who created like a project that surprised me that I keep going back to was originally Kenny Mason. But then I listened to this album because this artist was featured in, I think like in a movie soundtrack or something. I don't know where this person came from. Maybe it was just the algorithm. But um she is called Audrey Nuna.
Oh yeah, Audrey
She's
Fire.
she um
Was she on the Shang-Chi one, maybe?
I don't even I'm trying to look, but I can't find it.
I wouldn't put it past Marvel to do that. But I'm a big fan of Audrey.
Yeah, her latest album called A Liquid Breakfast sounds like it just sounds like the exact kind of you know what it sounds like, Mitch? There's something that I wanted to recommend for you. It sounds like a more pop version of 100 Gag. It sounds more polished, doesn't sound as experimental. It's more soothing. Um,
So just like regular pop.
no. This is like Charlie XCX kind of.
Well, that's just like regular pop music.
It's not like 100 gags. It's not like 100 gags. My friends who make hyperpop music would be furious.
Dude, this sounds because she does do like more of like rappery kind of vibes, but it has like a little more like industrial sounds, but it's also kind of like poppy because of her voice and the melodies that she uses. It's not like she's like trying to like break out of melodies, like she uses them a lot, but her album is so good. She like there's artists this year that are just super quality consistently throughout their career, but this is the first time I listened to her, and I was like, damn, how have I not listened to her music before?
I'll also have to check her out.
Because
Oh no,
it'd be
yeah.
unfair to be like she's better than Kendrick, because he's put out so much.
I listened based on your recommendation. There are a few songs I liked on the album. I feel like she's one album away from making something that I really like. So no, I definitely think she's like seriously like on the come up. I feel like sometimes her vocals are not like super clean, and I can't tell if that's like a stylistic choice or it's like she's like come up very fast. I feel like so.
I feel like it kind of has to be to a certain degree. Because yeah, there
I
are
guess I
definitely
don't
songs.
know. I don't know if it's one she'll stick with.
Because I'm trying to think of what song that I first heard by her. It's the one where she keeps talking about something about being in a white tee. I'm trying to fucking remember. like, kamikaze, and all in the back of the feet. She comes with like a fucking little dicky ass flow to some degree. But like
Is
little
it
dicky
damn
when
right?
he's it's not damn right. It's not damn right. I like damn right too though.
I know which song you're talking about, but
It's the one where it's the one where it's almost the beat is almost all bass, and then it's like it's skipping. I think it skips like the first and second beat, or like the first and third beat. So it's like it feels like it's only half of a beat.
is it typical?
Yeah, it is typical. It is typical.
Yeah,
That is it. Yeah. Wow, I'm surprised you're able to get that from that description. Kudos to
I
you.
remember. I listened to it like 2 weeks ago. So
I know typical goes hard.
yeah,
Um, but yeah. I feel like I'm more on the Hardy side of this artist, but I definitely respect everything she does in terms of like experimentation, and I think her vibe is very fucking fun, and
yeah.
would love to hear. I haven't heard this new album, but I'll definitely be checking it out after my boy Ecstasy, told me to check it out. So
I've been recommending this to everyone, from the people who like the trap stuff, because they like Kenny Mason, and they're like, "Do you have any other music?" And I'm like, "It's not super heavy trap, but there's this album," and then they listen to it and they're like, "Oh shoot, this is different, dude. This was cool." And then they're like, "How come you never put us on this type of music?" I'm like, "I just heard it this year. I don't know. It just kind of hits."
I just listened to like 10 seconds of like a song by her and just not remind me of Kenny Mason. But that could also be because the only Kenny Mason song I know is Play Ball.
No, that's what I'm saying. This one is completely different. Like I just put this on to people who are asking for more music, and I'm like, you know what? This is what I've been listening to, and they're like, yeah, this is different, and it sounds cool.
Yeah, but no, Mitch, she does have a song with Jack Harlow, but this is old Jack. I think this is Jack prior to What's Popping. That song was made.
Okay, so then maybe it'll actually be good.
No, yeah, he's actually solid on it. I remember the
okay.
song. He's better than his newer stuff for sure. He's solid on the song.
If Jack Harlow wins a Grammy, we need to do an entire episode about how he didn't deserve to win that Grammy.
He's gonna steal that shit, fam.
Okay, but then we need to do an entire episode talking about how trash it was.
It's been nearly 10 years since Kendrick got his Grammy stolen by Macklemore.
Right. What do you think Jack is gonna do? What is he? He's got to have something planned. He has to have something planned if he wins it.
He's gonna fake his girl Dua Lipa.
He's gonna say something. He's gonna like toss it like a frisbee or something. he's gonna like ask Jid to attend the Grammys and just like hand it out to JID or something. I don't know.
Nah. He's not gonna give it to Jid. I mean, it would be smart if he did it because that could really be a Macklemore moment. Like
that's what I'm saying.
It would
that's
be
the same shit that happened with Macklemore. Is like Macklemore, you know, he made like a really good album for Macklemore. You know,
it was solid. No,
he made a really good album for Macklemore. Yeah,
it's still the most streamed song of all time. It's the most downloaded song or bought song of all time. Like, you know,
right.
So it was very commercially successful. Like,
right.
You know, I can't say back that I didn't bump some shit from the album.
Right.
Okay, but I feel like I don't even know which album you guys are talking about, but that Macklemore album was probably better than the one that Jack Harlow put out.
Oh yeah. Because that one's good. It's like good, but it's not like an awesome, insane, you know, timeless album. It's just like it's a good album. Whereas like the Jack Harlow one,
that Macklemore album it's a solid album. It's a fun album. It does sound different, but like I feel like when you're thinking of like something that would like personify what hip hop is, I wouldn't choose that album to win, especially when it was fucking like Good Kid, Mad City also up that year.
Yeah, I don't think anyone.
They were like other very good projects as well.
No, but, I think we're just putting it head to head with Jack.
Jack. I don't know, Jack. Jack tried to shoot his shot and hit with Dua Lipa. So I mean, do I want to mess with this broke boy who's getting his shit from the thrift shop, or do I want to mess with Jack, Mister? I can put you in the first class, you know, Mister. You know, doing more than features with Dua Lipa. I don't know.
Does Jack have a skeet blanket?
Does he have a what?
A skeet blanket that was on thrift shop.
He
bought a skeet blanket. He won a Grammy because he bought a skeet blanket.
Damn.
Okay, I will admit though, the Glamorous sample on First Class, that should be popping.
But that's the sample.
It is the sample.
That's like being like, yo, you're trash, but like the Michael Jackson that you sampled, damn, that makes the song 10 times better. It's like, no shit.
That's something I will say.
I feel like that, like First Class and like Nail Tech were definitely the better songs off that album, and everything else, I was like,
we're saying the song where he was like, you know, sweet semen. You know, is one of the better songs on the album.
Oh my god. Anyways, who is your 2020 artist, Marcus?
Well, I mean, like I already told you, it's
oh my god.
I'm gonna edit you out of the first episode of the podcast, and this one. It's gonna sound very awkward.
There's a lot of static over the responses.
Censor like every mention of. That's what.
Just leave them out, and people will have to like piece together who we're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, when he dropped his album, "I'm Fighting a Helicopter," I was just like, "Wow."
Bleep that out. Bleep that out.
Yeah, bleep all the albums. Bleep all the songs.
He's really taking it to these woke liberals, you know. Why do people want to identify as what they want to? Tom speaking truth to power as a 26-year-old black man in New York.
So if we said you couldn't pick, then who would you pick?
Oh, JID probably. But I feel like
Okay.
this is I feel like this is a basic bitch answer. But like, yeah, if I'm being honest, he's probably the person I listen to the most consistently. Whether it's older songs, newer songs. I feel like I remember when I was first listening to the project, I put on like the new project, The Forever Story. I put on Cody Blue 32, and I think my quote was before a single fucking word had even been said, I was like, yo, he is already a classic, bro. I was already fucking crying. And then I realized, oh wait, I'm going out of order. And then I was like, damn, banger. And then, next song, damn, banger. And then next song, damn, banger. And I feel like for me, anyway, in 2022, it's been the only project where I've comfortably been like, shit, every single, like almost all of the songs are either really good or like, I don't think there's any song that I would like realistically be like, oh no, that was like a trash song, which is crazy because I feel like he's definitely had songs in the past where I'm like, oh, okay, I'm not really feeling this one as much. But I feel like on this project, he stepped into the fucking hyperbolic time chamber and somehow found a way to access Super Saiyan level 2, which I didn't even know. I didn't know it was possible. But here we are. So yeah,
Yeah,
I would
he
say,
evolved.
and he evolved twice. Not as much as Jack or, but he definitely evolved. That's for sure.
I feel like someone needed to say JID because I feel like he's been snubbed a lot this year.
Yeah, it is crazy he wasn't even nominated.
I know.
But our boy
I
Jack
mean,
though.
DJ Khaled had to get up there too.
Oh,
Khaled, yeah,
dude.
I
How do
forget. I be
you do that?
forgetting. I be forgetting because he does so little. He doesn't even like produce anymore. I forgot he was even nominated. But you're right.
Yeah, it's really sad JID wasn't nominated. Like it's a no brainer. It's like in the days, of college football before they had like the playoff, and they would be like the two best teams, and then they would just like pick some random ass team to be like number two, so you wouldn't get to see like them duke it out.
It'd be Bama and some other filler team for Bama to
Yeah,
lose to.
yeah,
Yeah, I feel like this might be JID's snub moment because the next time he puts out an album, like I feel like so many people were outraged that they have to put him up there. Unless it's like five really really top artists, like JID's got to have a spot the next time he drops it. He has
Uh,
to.
I don't know. It took Nas forever to win that Forgive Me Grammy. It took. Oh yeah, we should probably give it to him for this new album because we didn't give it to him for Illmatic. But we'll see. I mean, Jid just gotta do. I feel like Jid just has to have like a bigger. He has to have like a bigger hit song, in my opinion. I feel like a lot of those Grammy numbers have like the big, like the huge breakout song, and I feel like the only thing that's kind of close to that is because I've heard it was played on the radio a ton. Was like his feature on Animal. Oh wait, sorry, not Enemy. With like
yeah.
Imagine Dragons. Like people were like, "Yo, this dude was snapping" at the end of that. But like, I don't think he has like a big solo, like a massive solo song yet. So I think that's what's
Yeah,
holding him back, in my opinion.
for sure.
But yeah, that will conclude our discussion about our top artists of the years, how we met each other. Do anybody want to say any final words before we head out, or plug social media or things they're doing in the coming weeks?
No.
Don't forget to bleep out the any mention of the name, Mitch.
Oh, I will. I will. I have to find a
Yeah.
good sound effect.
I want to shout out. You said plug social media. I want to shout out Twitter.
Okay.
Oh,
It's like the
not the
website,
one I would shout
just like the
out.
website in general.
Elon deserves his props because like he wants to rewrite the whole. He wants to rewrite the whole stack. The whole stack. He said he wants to push out new features, but also rewrite the whole fucking stack that is Twitter. So that should be smart and possible.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think this will like because you shouted out Twitter, they know we recorded this like on specific days because I feel like it's not gonna last till the end of the year.
I mean, hopefully this gets out before the end.
We'll see what comes out first, this episode or Twitter bankruptcy.
Twitter bankruptcy.
All right,
Nah.
on that joyful note, goodbye, everyone.
Rough
See ya.
note.
Peace.
Thanks for having me.